Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back for more hot Mary Sue on Mary Sue action than a Twilight Hunger Games /fic in XCOM The Long War. And at the rate things are progressing, if the aliens keep up this pace, I'm gonna have a 30 Sue pile up on my hands in no time at all. I mean, last episode was a small UFO for crying out loud, and the team still had to face off against an ethereal, 4 muton elites, 5 drones, and 2 outsiders, one of whom was more tooled up than Paul Walker's ride in The Fast and the Furious. Shit's getting real fast, and the powerful escort units with these ethereals are making it exceedingly difficult for the men and women of Project Lazarus to get their hands on a live one. Which is, in turn, making it exceedingly difficult for me to keep Dr. Valen under control because she's desperate to get her hands on a live one. I'm assuming because Dr. V is a huge Sherlock fan, and an ethereal is probably the closest she'll ever get to living out her Benedict Cumberbatch snuff fantasy, but understanding Dr. Valen's motives doesn't necessarily make it any easier to get her off my case. The team brought back a muton elite last mission, and Dr. Valen threw a fit like a 4-year-old who asked for Twilight Sparkle for her birthday and got Pinkie Pie instead. It was pretty ugly. So I think probably in the best interest of Dr. Valen's sanity, we should head up to Mission Control and get the scanning and see if the team can get their hands on an ethereal before Dr. V starts threatening to hold her breath until she turns blue and passes out. Alright, so some psi training completed. I know that wasn't Mary Shelley. Who was it? It was Horatio Nelson, and he has failed yet again. Jesus, Nelson, come on, man. I really want to get Horatio Nelson the ability to use the neural gun link, but you know what? We've got such a logjam of people who are capped on psychic EXP. I really don't think we can afford to put Horatio Nelson back in. I mean, the guy doesn't even have a psychic ability yet. We've got higher priorities, we really do. Specifically, is Fatima, or she is? Yep, she's got to go in then. Alright, so we're going to send in one of the Bobbsey twins here. Fatima Tariq is going in with Bam Margera, and again, let's hope he doesn't grind on his sister, because we've already covered that ground, and that would be some freaky weird shit. I mean, if he wants to do kickflips and grinds, again, totally cool, but the sister thing? Don't grind on that. Alien propulsion? You can grind on that, though. I would really like to get alien propulsion completed, so... Alright, well, good. Ask and ye shall receive, I suppose. Now we're in a bit of a quandary. I mean, we're going to start building firestorms immediately. That's a thing that's totally going to happen. Firestorms, yes. What is this? Delirium afterburners. So... more intercept time for our fighters. That's actually really useful too. I would love to do that, but I think building firestorms is more the priority. Also, if we're fielding firestorms, we need plasma weapons. 13 days is a long time. Now, this is interesting. If we do the ethereal autopsy, we get the all research credit, which would actually speed plasma weapons up. But unless I'm mistaken, and I don't think I am, Muton Elite Captive, if we interrogate this Muton Elite, which is going to take 4 days, we get plasma weapons with research credit? I'm almost positive that's the case. 13 days, it takes 4 days. I think at 13 days for plasma weapons, getting the research credit is going to save us time. I think the research credit will lower plasma weapons by more than it takes to interrogate the Elite, so I'm going to do this one. Because, as mentioned, Dr. Valen, real excited to, of course, torture aliens to death. It's what she lives for. And 2, I think it is objectively better than going straight into plasma weapons. I think it's going to save us time. The research credit is a 25% reduction. So that should save us at least 3 days. Possibly more? Yeah. If it keeps Dr. Valen happy and has no net drawbacks, I think this is the right move. Dr. Valen is so wet right now. I mean, you can't see it because she's got her lab coat pulled down, but the crotch of those little pants that she's got on, absolutely soaked. And the groans from the other scientists in the lab, those guys are about to have a real bad 4 days. I'm sorry, fellas, but you know what this was when we hired you on, and you agreed to these terms. Dr. Valen's made no secret of her levels of kink, and, well, hey, you signed a contract to work here. Buck up and deal with it. Down to engineering, though. We gotta build and buy firestorms. This needs to happen immediately. Good God, they're expensive. 90 Illyrium is not really a problem. 135 alloys is a bit of a problem. Meld I don't even care about. Power sources and flight computers we got coming out our buttholes. Literally coming out of our buttholes in some cases. Dr. Shen's been pooping out power supplies like crazy. I don't know what the guy's been eating, but as long as he's shitting them out, they're useful. I don't really care. We're gonna need cash. Alright, so we gotta build one of these for sure. So we're going to get that started. I need to take a look at my hangar. We've got some hangar adjustments to do, so we're going to be building these in Africa. right, so we got the Firestorm construction completed. That's probably going to go to Baja, I think. 9 kills. Possibly Deadstick? No, he only has 5 kills. Actually, Leather's Potter may have more. Oh, he has 4. So somebody's got to get cycled out. Actually, 2 somebodies. Because I want to build another. Well, we don't have the cash. All right, well, first, before we do that, we got to head up to the old gray market here, and it's time for a Crazy Pete's Perfidious fire sale. All alien artifacts must go. We got to get rid of some shit. We need cash. 54 sectoid corpses. We probably don't need anywhere near that many, so let's get rid of a whole shitload of these. 25 seems good. Floater corpses, heavy floater corpses. Thin men corpses. Yeah, we gotta... Alright, we can get rid of some of those. Muton corpses, we can definitely... Well, we trade Muton. You know what? Let's just go down to 30. Berserker corpses. The Muton corpses and Berserker corpses we can often trade for new soldiers.
I think we can take them.
What the hell are you talking about, Bradford? We don't have plasma weapons, we don't have firestorms. I would say we're definitely outgunned. Cyberdisk Rex, no way am I getting rid of those. We need them for dodge modules. Chrysalids, man, Drone Rex. Probably spare a few of those. That is not anywhere close to as much money as I was hoping we would get. So we have 24 stasis tanks, so we can definitely spare some of those. Flight computers. Let's get rid of 2 of these surgeries. Power sources we're going to need. Mechtoid cores. We have so many. We have so many. Seeker X likewise. Let's go down to 20 on that. Now we're starting to bring in some cash here. 415. That's actually enough. But we do have that Illyrium Injectors project, which I really wouldn't mind taking a swing at as well. Alright, so that's got the cash for the fighter, but we still need to free up a slot in the barracks. We can't train it here in North Africa until we've got a barracks slot. So it's back to the hangar. This is going to be full. Somebody's got to go. Rattler Kurosawa only has 1 kill. We're going to send him to South America. Because Simtex Kato has got to come in to pick up the next Firestorm. We've got to have him... That means we got to do... Okay, so we got to empty 2 guys. I don't want to leave us completely undefended. Baja Gutierrez can't go. Alright, so we need some pilots that aren't just garbage water awful, which I think means Deadstick has got to go to South America. We got to bring Simtex Kato in, so he's got to come to Africa. So let's get you up here. And then we got to get rid of somebody else as well, like Pyro Warren, so that as soon as the transit is finished and Kato is on scene... Actually, no, we only got to get rid of 1 somebody. Yeah, we're going to have to wait for him to transfer out as soon as that transfer is completed. Yeah, we got to do it. All right, so you can go to South America, right? All right, good. So the South American hangar is full. We're going to have an empty slot here. Simtex Kato is coming in, so we're going to order another... No, not that. We're going to build another Firestorm. All right, so we're back to engineering. Build, buy items. We're going to buy another Firestorm. So expensive. Alright, so that's 2 Firestorms for our 2 best pilots. If we can get these Firestorms finished, and we can get the plasma weapon research done, and plasma weapons completed, we're going to have a pretty effective force for coming to shoot down the Overseer if we can get it to fly over Africa. We'll be in pretty good shape. This has completely decimated our supply of allies, though. We're way down. And I said decimated, I meant devastated. Decimated is 1 part in 10. We didn't trade in 1/10 of our alloys. Come on, Pete. You're a grammar Nazi. Use those words accordingly. Use them correctly. Unlike accordingly, Jesus Christ, I can't find the right word to... Yeah. I may be having a stroke. Anyway, we can't do anything until these ship transfers are complete, so let's get back to scanning. A sectoid captive for 2 scientists. We have 1 that we have no use for. I'm comfortable with that trade. Scientists going to increase our research time. We'll be good with that.
We're receiving a transmission from the council.
All right, well, the transfers are not going to get done, but we have a council mission. What is this mess? 208 credits and 4 engineers. That's really not what I was hoping we would find. Central should have... So what is this? Water supply? No, what are we doing here? This is a target escort. Okay, escort missions. Tough, but not impossible.
Excellent. We look forward
we
to
can't take our best team
progress.
members, though, because at the start of February is the month we're going to go eliminate the alien base. That's definitely a February project. So we can't take our top 10 kicks. We can't take any of them, but we do need a quality team for this. Not the best available, but still a good team. I think Hell and Deadeye Keller is going to lead it. But you know what? Having Van Dorn on this mission is still, I think, a very useful... Yeah, we're going to include him. All right, so Kestrel armor for Van Dorn, and no dicking around here. Van Dorn's got to get some top-quality gear. Gauss long rifle. I'm tempted to give him the Illuminator gun sight instead of the alloy bipod, except I think that'll probably go better on one of our other units, and they won't be able to use the bipod. High-capacity mags are non-negotiable until we complete tactical rigging. Hopefully, we can have tactical rigging finished before we decide to go do our alien base at the opening of February. As soon as that finishes, we're putting the satellite over South America to go raid that. So none of our top kicks. What do we have for a gunner, then? They have to be good. It's either the Hornblower or Marie Curie. This is a much more difficult choice than I would have expected. I think Madame Curie. For the Psychic EXP, pound for pound, I still think Curie is better than Horatio Nelson despite being slightly lower level. Aegis Armor then for Madame Curie. Oh, you're not... I want a gunner, not an engineer. What the hell is wrong with me? Well, I mean, I want an engineer, and it's probably gonna be Marie Curie, but I need a gunner, not an engineer. Do we not have a psychically powerful gunner? Okay, oh, Mary Bloody Stewart. That's okay. That's who I want. Bloody Mary is capped on Psychic EXP, but again, the log jam at the tube... Oh, it's really becoming a problem. We need more tube slots, damn it. Neuroregulator, I'd love to get it on her for the bonus EXP, but we can't take advantage. It does no good. So let's give her the Neural Gun Link. Cognitive Enhancer for more regular EXP? Better than a laser sight. I mean, she does... Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so Cognitive Enhancer for Bloody Mary. It's got her sorted. We are giving up a little aim and a little critical for bonus EXP. I'm pretty comfortable with that trade. I think that's a pretty good substitution. May have to send Abraham Hardcore Lincoln on it. Oh, you know what? We haven't had Teddy and a bench out in a while, and if we're talking about good but not aces, Teddy and the bench, they've got good but not aces covered. Pancakes is capped on Psychic EXP. Virginia Big Bad Wolf is not, so I think Big Bad gets the call on this one. We're gonna have her huff and puff and maybe save a life. Doesn't really hold, that adage. I mean, the whole Three Little Pigs thing doesn't really work when you're sending her in to rescue somebody. Gauss rifle or shotgun? What's our engagement zone look like? We have no idea. Well, if we have no idea, then I think the Gauss rifle is the compromise choice. It's good, possibly not optimal in some maps, but should be good enough. The battle scanner, I think we get rid of on this one. Neuroregulator is definitive yes. Bam. Plus 10 will, that's more power for her psychic abilities, and also is going to counter some of the penalty that she gets for equipping the Shadow Device. It basically neutralizes the Shadow Device on this mission. Really, I think Shadow Devices, they've really become sort of essential gear. We have to have at least one on every team. Now it's going to be Teddy and the bench, so let's grab the bully. Get out there and show me some bully! Teddy Roosevelt. We need this one. We really do, buddy. Alloy cannon. I'm not going to mess around with captures on this one. I don't expect there to be an ethereal or really even anything we're concerned about getting our hands on its weapon for. So shredder ammo, breaching ammo, full-on mutilating killer build for Teddy the Bully Roosevelt, and the bench, of course, identical equipment. Teddy and the bench go in. They're a tandem duo, damn it. They're going to be tandem duo equipped as well. Shredder, breach. Thurgood is ready. Thurgood Marshall is ready. Engineer, medic. Gotta have both. Napoleon? He's max level. It's probably not to our benefit to take him. We could take the Knife Man or the Madman, though. And I'd really like to save Marie Curie for a mission where we maybe need a backup psyker. And the explosives, I think, are probably going to be more important on this one. So the difference between a Knife Man and a Madman, I mean, effectively, they're the same guy. Their stats are almost completely identical. Let's go for the Madman. He's a little closer to level, so the Madman is probably the right call here. And for the Madman, Aegis or Titan? Speed is a factor. Yeah, Gauss Carbine, Aegis Armor. Let's keep him max mobility, maximum grenades. Medic. Yeah, I'd rather have the Titan armor on my medic, I really would. The King could go get Psy Panic at the end of this episode if we don't get him killed. We got Typhoid Mary on backup. Saeed is in the tube. Shirley Temple and Clara Barton are not, they're not cut out for this. It's gotta be Elvis. We need a king, mama. Elvis, you gotta be in the building, son. And for once, man, you gotta lay off the quaaludes, Elvis. You gotta put down the ludes, baby. We need you. We need you on this one, king. Motion tracker, med kit, that's got Elvis sorted. And that leaves us, we actually equipped some armor that we didn't necessarily want to equip here. Now we've got our Commander's Choice slot, and I'm debating who that should go to. I'm also masturbating. You can't see it's happening off camera, but I'm baiting and baiting here. Debating and masturbating both. Tomoe Gozen is capped. Typhoid Mary is capped. If we're going to take one person who's sort of lower rank and just in it for the EXP, I think Specialist Emily Dickinson is probably out of contention there. Jewel Sci-Fi Vern, Steve Lawsuit Jobs. You know, Steve Jobs might be... We haven't had the mustache out, but I think mustache is definitely in top 10 kicks. We can't... Yeah, it's going to have to be the lawsuit. All right, Jobs. I know you've been tied up in litigation against Isaac Newton for, like, the bulk of your recent history, but we really need you focused on this one. So if you could set the lawsuits aside for a moment and really focus on what's going on here, we'd all appreciate it. Bonus aim, bonus critical, and executioner, which Steve Jobs does not have, so the Illuminator gun sight is a piece of top-notch gear for Steve. The question now becomes laser sight for a little extra aim. You know, I think I'd rather have a backup motion tracker. I really would. So let's do that. Motion tracker. The lawsuit is locked. This is our team. Let's go save a life, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's go do this. It's rescue time, boys. We're saddling up. We're gonna go be some big damn heroes. And I'd say, ain't we just, except we're not. None of these guys are big damn heroes. I mean, yeah, you could maybe make a case for Teddy and the bench being big damn heroes. Maybe. Nobody else, though.
Brazilian authorities have
What the hell map is this?
So that's where we're going next.
Okay, we have not fought on this map in a long time. This should be interesting. I'm sort of looking forward to this, strangely. Operation Enduring Line. I'm guessing we're going to be looking at a lot of thin men on this map. But there are good firing positions. We can make excellent use of Van Dorn. Yeah, this is a solid little engagement zone for us. What's going on here?
The council report indicates
That loaded in
a
weird.
team of combat engineers led by one Sergeant Carlock has discovered environmental contamination caused by the aliens.
Okay.
He's going to need an evac near the other end of that pier. As always,
Hey, Bradford.
eliminate any resistance encountered along the
Didn't
way.
we already do
New
this?
objective
I mean,
received.
wasn't Operation Out in the Wash already taken care of? Now we've got this Carlock fellow. Who the hell is this guy? What is this mystery cat up to? Telling you, Operation Out in the Wash. I mean, we already sold the rights to that to like 6 different studios. It's in development hell currently, but I'm confident it's going to come out in the wash. All right, well, we activated Elvis. There's nothing on the motion tracker. What's the roof look like up here? Well, there's no aliens up there, so that's good. We're in kind of a shitty start spot. Typically, there are aliens over in this neck of the woods, also over here. We're going to have to be pretty cautious with the way we advance. So let's do a blue move. Elvis crashes through the window. Okay, we got aliens all over. So there are some right over here. And then there's... Okay, so right where I said there would be, there are probably 2 pods ready to rock. We don't want to go this way. Is that a wall? It is a wall. We're not going to get shots at anything. Is this door closed? It is. You know what? We got to play this a little cautious. Let's not be too terrifically aggressive. Carlisle, come here, you idiot. I want you right over here. And you know what you're going to do? Shove your head between your legs and get ready to kiss your ass goodbye. That's going to be your job for most of this whole mission. Now, I want Van Dorn. I want him on the roof, but honestly, I think the roof may not offer great lanes of fire. Are you full cover? You are. That's almost guaranteed to pop a pod. Do I want to spawn a pod this turn? The answer to that is an emphatic no, I don't. Half cover is full cover. We're going to take a small risk. Okay, good. Steady your weapon, Van Dorn. You should have reasonable lanes of fire from there. Now, Bloody Mary, we need you up here.
Move out.
Don't pop a pod. Excellent. Okay, good. So far, so good. The rest of our moves then should be relatively safe. Teddy and the bench can head over in this direction.
Okay.
They're good. The bench marshal, of course, channeling his 70s sort of hero cop motif. He's really going full Starsky and Hutch on this one. Crashing through an uncrashed through window for what I assume is purely dramatic effect. That door is closed, right?
Position confirmed.
It is closed. Don't be aliens in here. There shouldn't be, but... Okay, perfect. That means Teddy and the bench are going to be perfectly poised to go out that door and start handing down some serious smackdowns. But if we can get Steve Lawsuit Jobs, we can put him on the corner in an excellent firing position. That's going to be real good. Steve Lawsuit Jobs, of course, doing the patented Steve Jobs thing and following in the footsteps of giants, not going through his own window. He's going to take one of the windows that's already been taken care of. Teddy the Bully Roosevelt's going to go back at the bench. Teddy and the bench are a team for a reason. Big Bad, I think we can afford to sneak you right up along here. And we'll just put you on Overwatch. And that just leaves Nikola Tesla. Question is, where do we want him? I'm thinking in here, actually. Yeah, he can spring out the door and chuck maybe a critical grenade. If we can get him out, find him some maybe cover behind a box or something. That's gonna be okay. Gonna hunker down for Bloody Mary. That's the turn.
Alien activity near your location. Be ready for hostile
And so we got a pod of floaters right outside the door. Then we got a drop-in Thin Man that we can't see. Another drop-in Thin Man. Both are on Overwatch. Alright, well, let's see what we can see first things. Okay, well, the floaters are active. One heavy floater, two regular floater. Oh, okay, so we got a lot of unfortunate pod activations there. This is tricky. Alright, who's gonna have shots without moving? Mary Stewart doesn't have a shot. That's real bad. Please, Van Dorn, tell me you've got shots at something. Okay, Van Dorn does have some pokes. Pretty good shot at this heavy floater. Defense, flying, squad sight gives us a penalty. We're still pretty good to hit him. 87%. What's he got? Danger zone, close encounters. Okay, this guy's got to die. Covering fire, evasion, launch, bombard, heat ammo, repair servos. All right, so this guy's got to die. We can't have him throwing grenades at us. With bombard, he's really going to be able to throw one far. I think this is the double tap target then for the Van Dorninator. All right, Van Dorn, don't miss. I hate you so much, Van Dorn. Sometimes I hate you so much. And by the way, that sometime is effectively all the time. This shot, you missed the good one, man. You missed the good one, Van Dorn. God damn you. You hit the follow-up, but you know what, Van Dorn? We're looking at a lot of too little too late on that shit. So 70%. 56 twice. That's bad. Teddy and the bench don't have lightning reflexes, so sending Teddy and or the bench out in front is not a good idea. The big bad wolf, if we were thinking about bringing her forward, and I absolutely am, I think we're gonna almost have to use the shadow device right here, because we're really sort of pinned up. Where would we want to do that, though? If we were gonna shadow device, I mean, we have to have Virginia Wolf in the shadow device if we're gonna throw it. Unless we think we can kill all of these guys. The odds of that seem real poor. What can you do with a grenade here, Tesla? Probably very little, in all honesty. We kind of need you here. We've got to get both of those heavy floaters. Both of the heavy floaters got to die. All right, well, we got to take the Overwatch then. All right, Virginia, Big Bad Wolf. If we can kill enough of these guys, we may not need the shadow device. And if we don't have to use it, I would absolutely prefer to not have to use it. This has me very worried. Lightning reflexes, but the first shot was from the regular floater, which means the follow-up shot is going to be from the heavy floater, and we have much less of a chance to dodge it. Still stayed safe. Okay, so far so good then. So the Overwatch is by and large dealt with. Alright, so Teddy, the bench can go in real deep, but he's going to have to run Overwatch from that. It is just a Thin Man, but there's also a Thin Man back here who is likewise on Overwatch. If somebody has to get shot, I really would prefer it to be either Teddy or the bench, simply because they have the most health. That does limit Tesla's ability to deliver grenades effectively. But I don't think it completely negates them. Alright, Teddy, this is... I don't like having to ask you to do this, pal, but it's gotta be done. It's time to balls up. You gotta sack up here, man. We get a couple Thin Men shooters. Looks like they both missed. That was very lucky. So the bully... This is the man who charged up San Juan Hill, and there's a reason he went up San Juan Hill, because only Teddy, the bully Roosevelt, could go up, so something hit him. You know what? I'm just glad he didn't panic. Really, I am. So we got a flank shot here. This should activate hit and run. Okay, it did. This means we have an exceptionally strong chance to eliminate this cat. 96% to crit. He is down. Fantastic. So all the Overwatch has been expunged. That's very good for us. Tesla, your cover is going to be not optimal. It's really going to be not what we need. It's going to be half cover, which is bad. You're not hugely armored. There's also a float. Oh, that floater on the roof is a real problem. How are we going to deal with that guy? The Big Bad Wolf has a shot at him. It's just not a good shot. Can anybody else at all maybe get a shot at that guy? Bloody Mary Stewart has got nothing. We could bring her forward. Maybe she could mind fray it. It's not fantastic, but it's something. The Big Bad can shoot at it. That doesn't really help us, though. Elvis? I mean, you could throw a smoker. That'd be something. Tesla? That's really risky, but you wouldn't be... okay, we're taking a lot of bad risks here, but we don't have a choice. We simply are out of options. This is a lot of guys to pop real early. No, don't destroy his cover. You cannot destroy Teddy Roosevelt's cover. It's all that's keeping him safe. We gotta go long here and hope we can get... Give me a kill. I need a kill, at least one on this floater. Well, Nicola, that was not what I needed. That was not at all what I needed. Carlock, just get your head down. Alright, so the bench is gonna have maximum of 2 shots, possibly not even 2. And he's gonna be flanked. But somebody's gotta go help Teddy. You could take him to here. This guy is such a problem. What can we do about that guy? I mean, Steve Lawsuit Job should be able to kill... He should have... Okay. He's got, well, not a fantastic shot. He does have double... He's got double shots. 66 to hit the heavy floater. I think we gotta take it. We really need some luck here. Okay, that was big. That was actually really big. Now we can Executioner 76% on this guy. He should be down as well. Alright, so Steve Lawsuit Jobs has set aside his litigation for a moment. He has decided that perhaps saving a life is more important than prosecuting a meaningless, pointless, ridiculous lawsuit. We are not going to be able to activate hit and run on that guy. We're just not. Is this guy flying? I need to know. He is flying, so that will also not activate hit and run. That's very bad. We're 100% to kill that guy who is flanking us. This guy is also flanking us.
I'm on the move.
Elvis, we're going to bring you forward and have you hold off. We are probably going to try and save some lives with a smoke grenade. Alternatively, Big Bad, could you cloak both of these guys? Oh, that's intriguing. 2 units badly exposed, but we could cover them up with the shadow device. You know what? I think that's the right call. All right, so you can only... What targets do you have for the Mind Fray? Only 2. Well, we should do it simply because we have really nothing else to do with that unit. Elvis, what do you got? 52% chance it's not going to kill. 50% chance it's actually worse. If we cloak him, we won't need to smoke her. 45% chance, and it's not unlikely that we could just get 1 extra damage and maybe kill that dude. It's not, I mean, it's not out of the question, but... This guy's the bigger problem. I think we got to take this shot. Well, that definitely did not... Okay, well, that seals the deal, then. I don't suppose you could Mind Fray that flying guy, can you? Absolutely not. So you're getting Mind Frayed at 77% from Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Well, Bloody Mary delivers. And that just leaves us Elvis Presley. And, alright, the Big Bad Wolf's got to do it. I can't leave these 2 guys out here flanked. It's simply too many shooters. It's too much incoming fire. So we're going to cloak these guys up. This is why the shadow device is so important. My concern is now that they're going to decloak themselves, though, when these guys move and they start taking their close encounter shots. I'm more than a little concerned about that. We could try and negate some of that by taking this shot. It's not going to kill him, though. It's so unlikely. Whatever. Elvis, there's nothing better we can do. We took the highest percentage shot we could get, and we got as much damage as we expected out of it.
Wave of X-rays closing on your location.
This is what we got.
They're falling back.
Alright, let's see how the aliens react. Oh, it's very good that that guy moved first. It's way less good that he climbed right on top of the Big Bad Wolf and shot her in the head with a critical. That sucks.
I'm pinned down.
Little suppression for Tesla. That's not a deal breaker. Here comes Close Combat Specialist. This is less than optimal, but it does only leave him exposed to 2 thin men. He is already hurt, though, and those thin men are going to get a fire back. So there's his double move. He's not a problem. We'll be able to take him out without much difficulty. I'm worried about these thin men. On the plus side, they're not Mary Sue stupefying thin men. They're just your ordinary garden variety thin men. So there's a bad but non-zero chance that they miss. 1 suppressed. That's fantastic for us, frankly. That guy's gonna move. I gotta imagine he's gonna shoot at someone. Double move. Alright, well, all things considered, that this could have gone much, much worse. Much, much worse. I'm very not plussed about the big bad wolf taking some damage, but she is still on armor. Alright, so Virginia, alright, Mary Stewart can't move and shoot. She's got a 92% chance to kill that guy. Double 53s there. 68s, that's such overkill, though. That guy's also pretty badly injured.
We found some kind of organic material.
Hey, Carlock, you know what? I've got bigger fish to fry right now, pal. I really don't care what you found. I honestly don't give a shit. I really, really don't give a shit what you found, so just stop talking. 87. That guy's gonna be more difficult to hit. We've got a better shot with Bloody Mary on the man who's got Virginia the Big Bad Wolf pinned down. So let's go ahead and let Van Dorn do his thing. You'll be fine. Just settle down. 46 is bad. 46 is bad. Still. 62 is better, but not fantastic. Elvis, what can you do here? 52 at that guy, which is not shameful. We may need a smoke grenade from Elvis, so you know what? Let's hold off on that. Tesla is suppressed. He has a bad chance to hit that guy. A worse chance to hit that guy. I don't think we're going to be getting much out of Tesla. Who's the guy that's suppressing you? This guy? Do the animation. Okay, it is that guy. So, Bloody Mary Stewart. I think it's up to Bloody Mary. 92% and that guy is pretty much effed. Double 68s there is also good, but Virginia the Big Bad Wolf could move, draw some Overwatch, and then potentially go in the zone. What's your squad side, Chin? That's the squad side shot? Oh, no, we can see the guy, but we can't shoot enemies too far away. Alright, we gotta free up Bloody. Alright, so let's take the double 92s. One of these is gonna hit. 18 damage critical. That was pretty big. Alright, Big Bad Wolf. Can you go in the zone here? We kind of need you to go in the zone. We knew the Thin Man was going to take his reaction shot. That's why we took the move. That also frees us up, so there's nobody else on Overwatch that we really have to concern ourselves with. The Overwatch is largely done for the turn. 71%. We're going to have to risk it. Come on.
Damage.
Now we're in trouble. Suppression can't miss. Will it do 2 damage? We are likewise suppressed by this. Yeah, we gotta do it. None of our other stuff is gonna hit. Mayhem Suppression gets the kill. You know, the more I do the Mayhem Suppression stuff, the more I like Mayhem Suppression. It's really growing on me. 92% here. It's not gonna activate hit and run, but we're gonna take it. You're dead. That's the end of you. Alright, so what do we do with the bench here? We could come up to this half cover, probably get a decent shot at that guy. Who's left to go? We got Elvis and we got the Lawsuit. So Lawsuit, 46 is not good. 46 is still not good. If we have to kill somebody, would kind of prefer it to be this man who is suppressing. Alright, let's take a pair of shots at him. The miss is... Yeah, we noticed. Lawsuit. Is he dead? He is dead. Alright, so you know what? It took him 2, but the Lawsuit got it done. That frees up Thurgood bench Marshall. Elvis, we got a number of injured guys. Your shot is absolutely terrible. We could go forward with the bench, and the bench can run through acid. That's not really a problem. There is... It does bear noting, there is a floater who fell back into there who we are not going to get. What's your hit percent like here? 13%. That's abominable, is what that is. So, here's the deal. You Overwatch, Elvis, give me a smoke grenade. Cover these guys up. They're all in a distortion field half cover and an Elvis dense smoke grenade. This is probably about as safe as we're going to be able to make anybody. There's nobody on the field who has a grenade, so we don't have to worry about our cover getting destroyed. Elvis could then take a shot. At 30%, I find that to be mostly pointless. But an 83% chance Mind Fray, I think, is good. So we're going to Mind Fray this guy. This will fuck up his aim. It does 1 damage, which largely is going to be completely irrelevant, but it does do damage. Another pod, heavy floater, floater. One of those floaters just bathed themselves in acid, which is good for us. Now we have a problem, though, because that heavy floater has a grenade. He can get close enough to make it. He can get close enough to make something out of it. So Van Dorn's going to need to reload. I think we bring Van Dorn forward and we hold off, because there is a situation where we might, theoretically, need a command out of Van Dorn. We could bring Bloody Mary up here. This guy's going to have bombards, so he's going to be able to throw a grenade 100 miles. Which means destructible cover is by and large a poor choice. Would I rather go with full destructible cover, or would I rather go... that's a long throw, even with... We'll come back to it. Tesla? I mean, Tesla we could bump up here, and he could go long with a grenade and maybe eliminate some cover. It's not the worst idea we've ever had. Well, I mean, we've had a Carlock. Just head between your legs, buddy. Get ready to kiss that ass goodbye. Are we going to need... All right, Van Dorn, you're going to go last. Whether it's reload or whatnot, you're going to be going last. So do we trust the half non-destructible cover?
Got it covered.
I think so, yes. Because we can hunker down, and the enemy this way is going to have to come towards us. If they want to do anything currently, they could come in at us, which makes walking into Bloody Mary Stewart's bloody house a dangerous bloody mess is what it does. Elvis honestly might need to throw another smoker. Lawsuit? What can you give me here? Double 46s. Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, here's what the lawsuit's doing. 96%. 5 damage is respectable. He's going to have to reload with the second shot, so there we go. He's good. Now, we could take the bully to this full cover. He's got to run Overwatch to do that. We can't afford to take the chance. But the big bad wolf is in the neighborhood. Half cover is full cover for the big bad wolf. This eliminates all of the Overwatch. It puts her a little dangerous in grenade territory, but... Alright, now we gotta have Tesla go first. Alright, oh, the Overwatch, though. It's gonna trigger. So the Overwatch is gonna force us to move Big Bad first. Alright, so Big Bad Wolf...
I'm on it, Commander.
We bring you up to here. We got to get that Overwatch eliminated. Lightning reflexes into a distortion field. This should not hit. It, in fact, did not hit. So the Big Bad Wolf continues her campaign of getting ready to huff, puff, and blow down some motherfuckers' houses. We'll be back to you in a minute, Virginia Wolf. Tesla? Up to this crate. You're going to go up and over with a grenade here, champ. So get ready for the lob. Here it comes. Ugh. You cannot throw that as far as I might have hoped you could have chucked it. Still, this is going to be guaranteed damage. This guy's probably going to be dead. Heat warhead action, a grenade that close, it should be enough. It's actually more than enough. So that's good. Got that taken care of. Elvis, you have a shot still at something? 30% at a desperately... That Thin Man is actually mind frayed, so he's not going to be able to hit shit. That guy's pretty much done. We could run and gun up here and take a shot at that guy. I mean, we could, if we wanted to commit to the run and gun, probably kill this heavy floater. No, it's just not a good plan. Because we could also run and gun and get shots there as well. Alright, well, we're definitely not going to need the command from Van Dorn, so just reload, Van Dorn. Teddy Roosevelt is the big question here. Roosevelt is the big question. We could go here. It doesn't really help us, though. I think we're going to have to do the double run and gun. So you run and gun, we get you... Even if we get 2 shots at this guy, and they both hit, which... That's real questionable. That's very dubious. This is going to happen, so let's go ahead and take the hollow targeting shot with the Big Bad Wolf. It's not fantastic, but it gives us something. If we hunker down here, we're just begging for a grenade. Is that bad, though? Let's say we hunker down and we get the grenade. The grenade comes in, they're not going to shoot at these guys if they're hunkered down in half cover and dense smoke. The only person that would then get to shoot at them is one mind-frayed Thin Man. You know what? I think it's the better risk. So you hunker. Thurgood Marshall, you're also going to hunker. Which leaves us the king. We got the smoker already out. It's not going anywhere. Let's just take... Yeah, okay. So we take this shot. I don't want anyone on Overwatch. Nice shot, Elvis. Yeah, they don't call me the king for nothing, mama. So this guy... Oh, he's flying high. That's perfect. He can't toss a grenade if he flies high. He's gonna go fucking ruin Carlisle's shit, though. Now we have a bit of a problem. There's another floater back there. Man, he can't throw a grenade because he doesn't have them. We're hunkered down. Nobody's hurt. Excellent. We're in a good... Okay. Alright, we're in a good position now. I know this guy came around on the flank to come do not nice things to Johnny Escort target back here, but it's not going to matter because we're going to be able to ruin that guy with a double... It's going to be double run and guns. We're going to have to do that. But double running and gunning is still going to get it done. Teddy the Bully Roosevelt only has a single bullet in his weapon anyway. So, Bully, I don't want to get you within 4 tiles because this guy's close with counters. So, you're coming to here at a maximum. I don't want to be taking close encounter shots from this piece of trash. He is flanked, but this is a run and gun. It doesn't matter. We're really going to need some criticals here, guys. All right, well, that was one hell of a start. Teddy the Bully Roosevelt just continues to bully our enemies with ridiculous abandon. We'll come here, see what our shot is like. If it's not 100%, I will run and gun on this. It is 100%, 76 to crit. This guy's almost certainly dead. Or he could end up with 1 health left. Oh, it did activate hit and run. Oh, Teddy the Bully Roosevelt, you're the greatest man of all time. And your companion Thurgood the Bench Marshal. That was huge, gentlemen. That was absolutely fucking huge. You totally saved a life right there. So that kept our escort target alive. Really, all I cared about from that shot was, in fact, the holo targeting. 73% for 5 damage is... I mean, it's not nothing, but 87% for a kill is way better, so let's just do that.
Out of the game.
Yep, he is, in fact, out of the game. Well observed. And I think Steve Jobs, then, is going to be doing a little bit of Overwatch. Carlock, you piece of trash. We need to get you somewhere a little safer, I think. Let's bring you in here to this corner cover. You won't be able to put your head between your legs, but you know what? I'm not really certain you're going to need to kiss your ass goodbye anymore, so... Let's have Tesla reload. Bloody Mary's going to go in Overwatch. Elvis, get a reload in there. I'm not expecting any more enemies. Elvis has lock and load anyway. So we got a couple bits of Overwatch just in case. There is still a floater somewhere who's active on the map. And so we need some cover. We need a consolidation turn is what we need. So, Bully! Gonna refill his old magazine there. Let's get the bench up here. The bench is also gonna refill his magazine. Sorted.
Ready to engage.
Big Bad Wolf's got a refill as well. I'd love to get the Big Bad Wolf a reload if we could. Or not a reload, but a healed. Bloody Mary's on Overwatch. Elvis, Overwatch for you. Van Dorn, you're gonna reload and steady. If that floater comes back, I want you putting one in his eye hole. Steve Jobs is always looking to put someone in somebody's a-hole, not their eye hole. But, you know, if you shoot him in the butthole, that works too. And speaking of buttholes, Carlisle's gonna put his mouth on his.
What the hell was that?
That was a floater. Possibly a heavy floater, I suppose. I mean, you could be confused about the variety of floater, I guess, Big Bad Wolf, but it was definitely a floater. So get your ass over here. We're gonna patch you up. Elvis, if you would be so kind, sir, we require a little bit of tire patching here. Let's go ahead and get the retread for the Big Bad Wolf. There we go. Big Bad is retreaded. Fantastic. If she has to, she could probably withstand another hit now. Half cover.
That's affirmative.
That's fine. Half cover, still full cover for Van Dorn. We'll bring him forward. We're going to have him steady up. Lawsuit? I think you're good right where you're at on Overwatch, pal. Carlock, again, lock those lips right to your butthole.
I'm on it, Commander.
Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy could use some healing too. Let's see if we can advance and get a heal on Teddy. Like, just we'll run Elvis forward next time. I don't really see a lot of enemies here. We do know there is one floater somewhere on the map, but I don't want to go forward. Let's just have Tesla be on Overwatch. Bloody Mary, could we get you to a little better shooter's location? Not really. Let's go ahead and put you on Overwatch then. This could be the turn when a floater makes its move. Okay, floater definitely not making its move.
I'm on the move.
So the floater, like a timid high schooler on his first date, it's afraid to make the first move, and, well, you know what? I, kind of gotta say, that may not be the wrong decision there. I'm pretty sure these floaters are gonna be playing hard to get, so if you make the first move, you run the risk of getting gunned down early, and then the rest of the date's gonna be real bad, because you gotta go through all the rest of dinner, then you gotta sit through the whole movie, you can't make a move. It's probably better to just remain where you're at. And speaking of improving our situation, we're going to get Van Dorn up into the best shooter spot on the map. So Van Dorn, throw the hook if you would, sir. God damn it, Van Dorn, when you throw the hook, you have to announce that you're throwing the hook. The Kestrel armor requires you to say throwing the hook when you're throwing a goddamn hook.
Come get some.
It's standard operating procedure for you to say throwing the hook. And you know what? If you're not going to say throwing the hook, I'm going to have to put a remark in your official records, Van Dorn. And I know you're all about getting promoted and getting back to general status, so you know what? If you want to be a general again, you can't really afford a lot of black marks on the record, sir. We're going to expand our distortion field with some Overwatch. Bloody Mary can probably reload here. She's down one shot, I think, effectively, but I would rather have her have a full clip. Magazine, clip, whatnot, I use those terms interchangeably, even though I know they're not the same thing. Alright, well, we're going to have to start moving forward. And moving forward is a Virginia Big Bad Wolf job. Big Bad, forward, Overwatch. And, yeah, I'm doing a little bit of Overwatch creeping here, and you know what? I'm not ashamed about it. Not even a little. This is not fantastic cover, but it does give us a much wider field of fire for Bloody Mary.
Got it covered.
Nothing fancy here. Rest of the turn gonna be very simple. Little Overwatch for Elvis. You know what, Lawsuit? You can probably start advancing with the rest of the team. You're gonna be on Overwatch as well.
Get some.
Car lock again. Lock those lips to your puckered starfish.
Eyes on the prize. Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch for Teddy in the bench. Come on over here, Floater. It's time for you to get benched. Where did that floater even go?
Okay.
He, like, ducked back through this cargo container. Right, we have no idea where that guy is. So we're going to move Virginia Woolf forward into a position where she literally cannot spawn a pod. Van Dorn will come back to you in a minute. Just in case we need a squad side shot because Teddy and the bench uncover something unexpected. So Teddy and the bench, everybody's going to go forward and just take cover in this cargo container. Rest of the team is going to advance with best available cover, which granted is not fantastic, but best available.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Gotta make do with what you got. Carlock again. You know what? Let's actually, before we have you shove your head down between your legs, let's not do that. Well, okay, never mind. I was gonna have you try and cancel that, but move. But apparently, once you do that, you're locked in.
Moving to position.
Overwatch here for Tesla.
Overwatch. Aye,
We
aye.
really should be double moving Tesla to get him forward. His grenades are gonna be hugely beneficial for us on this map. It's a dash forward for Bloody Mary. She's gonna hunker down. I think that just leaves us Van Dorn. Now we got the lawsuit still. Lawsuit.
I'm on it, Commander.
Up to the crate. You're overwatching.
Come get some.
And steadying the weapon. Van Dorn should have an amazing field of fire here. He should be able to basically hit anywhere on the map. So the floater's right around the corner.
You hear that?
Yeah, it's a floater. Alright, Big Bad Wolf. We have to assume that guy's on Overwatch, so go check it
Multiple
out.
incoming hostiles.
Okay, well, it's not just him. So what have we got? We have a heavy floater, and another variety of floater that may also be a heavy floater. This is double plus ungood for us. The issue is, we could really run out here if we were going to be supremely ballsy. We could send Teddy and the bench out there to really fuck some shit up. But we don't know what's behind that pod. And I don't think Elvis is really going to be able to give us a whole lot of additional intel. So there's nothing immediately within Elvis's vision cone. Is there any better? No.
Roger. Tracking.
Okay. It will likely be safe. Now, Van Dorn, superstar that he is in an excellent shooter spot for us, but I don't want to take Van Dorn's shot yet. Because Teddy and the bench, these guys are both on the ground, which means if we can get a flanker on them, we can hit and run them. We need to know where that other floater is. Okay, this is risky, Bloody Mary, but it's got to be done. Alright, so they're both shooting at the same time. This is perfect for us. This is the biggest penalty we could possibly give these two. Alright, double whiff. That's brilliant for us. Back-to-back misses. The Big Bad Wolf is about as safe as she's going to be. She's in half cover, but more importantly, she unlocks this shot for Van Dorn, which is on that long unit, and he does have double tap ready. Let's see if we can get a kill here, Van. Come on, VD. 9 damage. How much health does that leave that guy? Okay, we can get him. 7 will take him down. We don't have 100... Oh, we do have a 100% hit chance. All right, well, excellent. That guy's dead then. So VD delivering a little bit of the venereal illnesses that we sort of rely on, which kind of shames me to admit, but it's true. Now the question is, do we do something just ballsy, crazy, stupid? Which is forgo cover altogether here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. We're going to completely forgo cover, and we're going to see if we can go up and over here with a grenade. Can you get it? Oh, yeah, that's real good. Well, this is less good because it's destroying Big Bad Wolf's cover if you air it. But fortunately, Nikola Tesla does not scatter. Nikola Tesla, unlike a piece of shit Rocketeer, Tesla hits what the fuck Tesla aims at. Bloody Mary has no shots. Moving her is probably a mistake. The lawsuit is not going to get shots. Are we going to be able to kill that guy with combo fire from the Roosevelt? Can Teddy and the bench combo up to kill that guy, is the question. Because we have literally no other support. We got Teddy, we got the bench. Bloody Mary can't do shit, which is unfortunate, but we can't even get her in a position where she can do something. Similar problem for Steve Jobs. We can't put him somewhere useful and safe. Well, it has to be done. Somebody's got to go try and dig,
I'm on it,
You gotta try. Oh, these guys don't have close encounters. I absolutely 100% positively should have checked before we ran these guys out. Hit and run did not activate. Oh, okay. I was about to be real salty and real terrified for just a split second there. Alright, so that leaves Roosevelt. Now, Roosevelt's hit and run is not going to activate, and we cannot get him to cover. But we have to know something. Alright, I'm gonna make sure this guy does not have close encounters before I charge him. That guy's, okay, we're not gonna get hit and run on this shot. He is in cover, this is not a flanker, it's not gonna trigger it. Does he have close encounters? That's what we have to know. Danger zone, evasion, airborne, launch, bombard, he does not. Okay, so here's what we do. Go for the hit and run.
Going in for the kill.
We're gonna get him up close.
Heading to that location.
Getting him up close gives us big time chances here. Just to get the enemy to move. We want him to move and kill himself on a close encounter shot. And if we have to, and I think in this case it's gonna turn out that we might have to. If we have to, we take the hit. These guys should all be able to survive a hit from that guy. If they have to, they should be able to endure it. We're gonna bring Steve Lawsuit Jobs over here. Lawsuit's on Overwatch.
I've got my eyes on.
What's this guy gonna do? Flying high? Fly high. Oh. Okay. This is what the Titan armor is for. This is why we bring the Titan armor. This is why we wear the Titan armor. This is why we love Titan armor. It's what we brought it on the mission for. Alright, so everything is safe and secure. Big Bad, let's get you up here. You know what, Big Bad? Even if we don't capitalize on it, we're running out of map. I want a battle scanner. I need to know if there's anything between us and the exit. I need to know if there are more enemies back here. Nope. Okay, so we're clear to the extraction point. That's fantastic. We have one charge left on our med kit. That charge is probably going to go on the bully. So let's start moving forward and get ready to make some magic happen.
Yes, sir.
Steve Jobs, and we can advance fairly aggressively here. Van Dorn, you're going to reload, and then you're going to study that weapon for me. Van Dorn is right where we need him for the rest of the map. Van Dorn does not need to move. Carlock, you can't move this turn. Again, lock those two puckered lips of yours on your puckered butthole. Tesla, let's just get you up here, I think is probably safe for you. You should be able to wheel and deal any grenades that we might use from that location. Bloody Mary's overwatching. Elvis, I would love to get you in cover, but you're not quite quick enough to make it happen. Just come over here.
Moving on target.
We can heal next turn. We've got... Alright, so there are no enemies left on the map.
Loaded.
Roosevelt's going to reload. Marshall, Overwatch. Wolf, move slightly so we can put Elvis in your spot, actually. Also, this spreads around the distortion field a little bit. That's good for us. Tesla, we'll get you in a minute. You're probably going to double move. Van Dorn, you're good right where you're at, buddy. If we can see somebody on the map, if there's an alien on the map and we can see it, you can shoot it. And that's exactly what we're looking for.
Yes, Commander.
So Elvis is going to step over here. He's going to use his last med kit charge. Which sucks, because if we run out of med kit, this means we can't, if anybody gets critically wounded, we can no longer stabilize them. I don't really expect anybody to be critically wounded, though. Honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. The only thing that should be between us and the extraction zone now is going to be drop-ins, and we'll only get drop-ins if we move Carlock. So as long as Carlock stays in his fucking hole, where he belongs, with his lips stuck to his own puckered butthole, we shouldn't have to worry about it. And the whole team is going to go on Overwatch before we move Carlock. So Big Bad, Overwatch. Tesla, Overwatch. Stuart, Overwatch. Elvis? Oh, I'm going to guess I'm going to go on a little bit of Overwatch. Oh, yeah, mama. That's exactly right. And in fact, not only are you going to Overwatch, you're going to motion tracker just to make sure there's not an enemy someplace that I can't see. Just in case they were at some odd angle where the battle scanner, for whatever reason, didn't have line of sight on them. And Dorn's gonna steady. Jobs is on Overwatch. And that leaves Johnny Jackhole back here, who's gonna advance at a breakneck pace to this corner cover, and once again, smooches tender butthole. I don't know how tender his butthole is. I mean, it could be rubbed raw. I don't know what brand of toilet paper he uses. Maybe he doesn't use one that's squeezably soft. What if he uses like a rough and tumble sort of John Wayne toilet paper? You know, the kind that's rough, tough, and doesn't take shit off of anybody? Good. It's cheap. It's cost effective. And get ready to see a lot of this, because this is going to be basically the rest of the turn until Johnny Jackhole here is spawn some more enemies for us. So Karlach, we have carved a bloody swath through the enemy for you. Now you just got to get to the extraction point, which we have this entire zone pretty much on lockdown. Anything that happens to run in here is going to walk into a fucking running blender. This is like jamming your hand on a garbage disposal at this point. Also, don't jam your hand down a garbage disposal. I mean, I use that metaphor for a reason. You put your hand in a garbage disposal, you ain't bringing back a hand. You're going to bring down a ragged lump of fucking tattered flesh and sinew. It won't be a hand anymore, that's for sure. So yeah, this is going to be the standard pattern then, Van Dorn. Overwatch for Steve. And Karlach. Again. Small move, apply the lip lock.
Enemy forces headed your way, Strike One. Get ready.
We've got, what is this? One thin man. Okay. Teddy, can you go over there and eradicate that man? In all likelihood, yes. The big bad wolf, can you somehow pull the Overwatch before Teddy does that? The answer is yes. So why don't you go do that? You're not going to get a shot here, Virginia, but that's okay. I wouldn't even have double moved you if I'd have known he was going to be able to shoot through this window. I'd have just taken the smaller move. I think we'll still be okay. Yeah, well, it's not much fire, and it's going to be over really soon, so don't worry. Just the one enemy. That's good. We probably, you know what, now that I think about it, we probably could have just killed that guy with Van Dorn. In all likelihood, we could have murdered him with Van Dorn. I'm not going to. I'm going to bring Teddy, the bully, Roosevelt, over here to bully this cat hardcore. He's going to get a nice little double hit and run shot if for some reason this first shot doesn't kill him. Which it did. And he's then just going to reload. And it's back into the pattern. Overwatch, Overwatch, Overwatch. Elvis? Oh, Elvis knows his job, mama. Elvis is on Overwatch. Studying that weapon for VD. Little Overwatch for Steve Jobs and Karlach. Let's get a little more aggressive here. I think we have maybe one more pod pop between you and the exit, so let's try and speed this along. We're chewing up a lot of time here. Roosevelt, you're probably good right where you're at. Overwatch. Big Bad, I'd like to have you somewhere more centrally located in case we need you to run some Overwatch. So that's good. Overwatch for you. Tesla, Stewart. Elvis knows his job still. Yep, Karlach. Let's get you up here. Karlach is like one turn from the exit, I think.
Stay alert, Strike One.
So we got
hostile forces about to hit.
These are just going to be thin men. So we have one thin man on a drop-in, which Elvis is going to take a little Overwatch at and come nowhere near the mark. That was panic fire, Elvis. That was pure 100% panic fire, sir. I expect a little bit better from Elvis Aaron Presley. I mean, you were in the Korean War, man. Granted, you were in Germany during the Korean War, but I mean, you did serve. Alright, so Virginia Woolf, once again, the distortion field and the lightning reflexes working to keep her safe. She's going to take a shot here. I don't care if this hits, it's mostly for hollow targeting. Hollow targeting applied, that's fine. Tesla, don't really need anything out of you. Van Dorn, yeah, you can't miss this cat. Just go ahead and drive around through his eyeballs. No kill, Van Dorn? Man, Van Dorn seems to have lost a step or two. Alright, well, this should get the job done. There we go. Yeah, it took you two, though, man. It took you two, so... You know, don't be too boastful. He's dead and gone, but you needed the second shot. So Karlach is now one turn from extraction. Once again, he applies a lick lock to his own anus. We're gonna bring the bully up here, just in case we've got him ready to run around on the flank. Gonna be Overwatch for pretty much the rest of the team. And I believe that's gonna be it. So Karlach, get your dumb ass the hell out of here. There's nothing on Overwatch over here. This should be end of mission. There we go, beautiful. So Operation Enduring Line, a very strong execution mission for us. That was really good. Are y'all done talking now?
Now you just need to eliminate any remaining hostiles.
Yeah, we already did, Bradford. So you want to? Well, it's already accomplished. So thanks for giving me objectives I've already taken care of. So that's back to base. I'm not expecting any promotions on this because everybody we sent was already hugely powerful. We probably overcommitted, really, but given the number of times we got hit, I'm not regretting. If we overcommitted, we overcommitted just the right amount.
Let's hope they don't get too cocky.
Yeah, let's indeed hope they don't get too cocky. You know what I hope about more than them not getting too cocky, Bradford? I hope nobody's fucking armor got damaged. It did not. All right, excellent. Optimus Prime with his constant reminders that he watches you masturbate. Never forget, Optimus Prime watches you jerk it. That's going to be it for me, though. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more XCOM The Long War, including missions that don't often go as successfully as that one did, you might consider subscribing as well. We post new episodes every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.